Welcome back to more 2d6 dungeon, down on level 6. Last time we left off in the cartography chamber up here, and now we are heading through this reinforced door there, if it is unlocked, that is. So let's roll for that. That's just unlocked. No, actually, reinforced doors are only locked on a 5 or 6, so that's fine. Let's head through there, roll up a room. Yeah, so I said it last time, but so far, level 6 not as dangerous and exciting as I expected. So that's a 2x5 room. And also we haven't yet found any of those room sequences. Now all of these are obviously linked by theme somewhat, because it's like the whole level has a certain overarching theme, but still could be cool. So a 1 and a 6 is a lone pedestal, which is not part of a sequence, and it's got a wooden door leading off from it. Lone pedestal, and that is not unique. There's a pedestal here, a red guard standing atop it as if waving, as if waiting. Completely messed that one up. I'll maybe read that out a second time. So there is a pedestal here, a red guard standing atop as if waiting. They see you and jump down. You must face them. If you survive, you examine the pedestal and find a hatch and roll on SECT1. Okay. Let's fight the red guard, which we did before in the harborage down here. And that was a level 3 enemy only, I think. No, level 4. The cartographer or Old Fang Pillarist was the level 3 enemy. So 32 HP. And that fight went, I think, fine last time. I don't remember the exact details. Maybe put that like this. Let's have a quick look at him again. So 32 HP, plate armor on primary 2s, 3s and 5s. Ah, yeah, I remember now. So only our sharp pummel was not hit by the interrupt. And the quick slash our armor protects against, so we only take D3 damage, but the sword thrust, we don't actually have an armor piece. So that's D6 plus 1, which is way worse than the quick slash. So yeah, that was that. I remember now. Let's attack. Again, we don't really have combat potions, and I do want to save up the paralysis scroll for maybe a level 6 enemy, if we do find one. So let's just attack him. 6 and a 5, that's a definite sharp pummel. That's an exact hit actually of the, or exact strike. So we add our shift, so D6 plus 10. So a great opportunity to already knock him down way, okay, way down, but only rolled a 1. Could have done half his HP there, 16, but instead did 11. Which honestly still is nothing to sneeze at. Have him attack us. 2 and a 6. Now he can turn that into the sword thrust, sorry. I don't know, I am apparently messing up my words today. So that'll be D6 plus 1. So 3 damage. But we're still relaxed, still chilling. Last time we healed up to full after finding a potion. So we'll be at 67 now. Let's attack back. And I'll kind of speed this up. So 1 and a 5. That's a violent cleave, which is debuffed. So D6 plus 3 only. 7 damage. Nice, nice. Have him attack us. 1 and a 5. He can't turn that because he only has 2 shift into the sword thrust. He's 1 off that, and the quick slash is way off. So our turn again. 5 and a 2. Now that is sadly off the sharp pummel, 1 off, but we'll have to do the swooping spin, d6 plus 5, minus 2, so again d6 plus 3, another one. Damage rolls not great for us so far, but we did get that exact strike, so we can't really complain. Again, because he needs either a primary 6 or a secondary 6, with his 2 shift, he's missing big time here. So round 4, 1 bonus shift. Let's see if we can't do, what's that, 10 damage to him. 3 and a 2, that is an exact strike, so the swooping spin again, which will be doing d6 plus 8 minus a 2. Again, I think crits can't be interrupted, but exact strikes can, as far as I read that in the rules. So what was I saying? d6 plus 8 minus 2, so d6 plus 6. Let's hope for at least a 4. Of course, so he'll be left at 1 HP to continue the pattern from last time. He'll have one last chance of doing damage to us, and he rolls exactly his quick slash. Now, actually, because exact strikes don't exist for enemies, we still have to look if he can shift that to the sword thrust, but he can't. So that'll be the quick slash, d3 plus 3, minus 3 because of armor, so only d3 damage, 2 damage. Could have been worse. So took 5 damage on that fight, assuming we now kill him, but I am gonna assume that. 5 and a 2, what's that? Doesn't really matter. Swooping spin. Yeah, so as long as we hit there, he was dead. Nice, clean fight. Did get hit twice, but not for much at least. 160 XP off of that. Which again will probably destroy this here, so that'll put us at 6,074, like that. Okay, so this is now reaching levels of illegible that I have to do something about it. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I have made a quick tracker, so this way we'll actually have an area for the HP to track on the little bandage there. And for the XP, I just put down 3 pieces of sticky tape and hope that this now makes the little flashcard I've put it on dry erasable. I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but for now, let's try it. So there's some sticky tape on the XP area, and I just used the dry erase marker I have down here to put our XP down. And yeah, let's try it like that. That way it's also better to see on camera what our HP and XP are at any time. Okay, so where was I? We just defeated the red guard. I had already added the 160 XP, but we do have to roll on pouch table 2 now. 2d6. We've rolled on that a few times now from the other red guard, but also I think maybe the pillarist. And that's a 10. So there are some loose coins. Oh, I think we rolled that exact entry before. There are some loose coins, 2d6 gold, and a random gem, which was a d3 to determine the gem. So 6 gold, putting us at 72, I believe. Yes. 72 gold coins. And then the gem. So it's a medium quality gem, any roll we get, but it's a sapphire, garnet, or ruby, depending on if we roll a 1, 2, or 3. And that's another 3. So another medium quality ruby. Just put times 2 behind there. And that's the red guard looted. Actually, should also note down the pouch probably. So we have so many pouches ever since our little ingredient belt inventory cleanup there. So now let's look what the room said. So this was the lone pedestal. And we did have to roll on some table, I remember. Ah yeah, we examine the pedestal and find a hatch. Roll on SECT1. SECT1. That is the secret hatch table 1. And no modifier on that, I believe. Yep. Just 2d6. And that's a 12. Inside, placed on a small wooden block, is a rune stone. Roll on rune 1. Here we go. Okay. So, rune 1. There's rune 1 and 2, and I don't know if they are ordered by quality or just two different sort of pools. That is just 1d6. Let's roll here. And that's a 3. So that's Bell's Sonic Rune. Interesting. I'll read out what that does in a second. So Bell's Sonic Rune. Once per combat, and that's applied to a melee weapon, so we can put that on a longsword, which I am a fan of. Once per combat, you can use one of the weapon's maneuver dice sets as armor with a -5 damage modifier. Oh, interesting. So that way we'd actually have the primary 3 again in our armor dice set. And with a -1 at that. Okay, so I didn't read that out to the end. So what's it say after that? Can use one of the maneuver dice sets as armor with a -5 damage modifier as you send out a sonic blast deflecting the blow. This is used after the attacker has rolled, so sort of, yeah, spontaneously, if the attacker rolls something that our armor doesn't block, or we wanna... Does that mean after they have rolled the damage as well? I don't think so. So probably after they roll to hit, we have to determine that we want to block that using our sword. Yeah, so a -5 damage once per fight, that could be super useful and save us a lot of HP. And even if we later get armor that does block the primary 3, that's still better than any armor, I believe. Armor only goes up to 4 damage reduction. So we might put that on there. Although we do have a capacity of only 5 runes. I don't know how many more we will get. But yeah, can't complain about that. So I think we'll definitely slap that onto a longsword next time we're in town to just have that option. Because I've been getting so frustrated with all of these primary 3s, and -5 damage is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, what a great find. Okay. Exciting stuff. But that's the lone pedestal done, but I'm completely fine with that. That's more than enough. Let's leave through the wooden door. See if it's locked first, which it's not. See what we find. Ooh, and that's another double 6. Again, these dice. So that's another large room. See how many doors that has. No doors. Okay, so that fits in very nicely. And now, actually this will border here. So I will give it one door, but not one that creates any more opportunities for us to explore rooms. I'll just connect it down to one of our back room hallways down here, just because that would be right next to it and would look a bit silly otherwise. And that's room number 13, which is a large room, which sadly means we won't be getting one of those room sequences either, because the large rooms aren't part of those sequences, but I'm never sad about a large room. An 8. A gloomy vestibule. Vestibule? That's a word I don't know how to pronounce.
Vestibule.
No, That's French.
Vestibule.
All right. So apparently that is a gloomy vestibule. I think I messed that up again. So this space is filled with some kind of smog and there are spikes in the floor. Pass a precision check at an 8 with 2 tries, or you are caught by a spike and lose D3 HP. And after we roll on interruptions and the unexpected 3. So is that a trap? Because we do have a trap quest. Though I believe in the past when we found traps, it said it's trapped or there's a trap or something like that. And we had to roll on the trap table, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking these spikes in the floor are not a trap technically, because we know they're there and not too sure. So because it does not say the word trap, I'll hold off on that, although I would love to roll for that quest for the 300 XP possibly. But I don't think this qualifies as a trap. So we have to pass a precision check at an 8, which I think we can do with 2 tries, so precision is +4. And that's already a 10. So we don't get caught by the spikes, don't have to lose D3 HP, we roll on interruptions and unexpected 3. Now, that is always fun. I said it, I think, every time we rolled on here, and I'll say it again. I like these interruptions tables. 4 and a 5. After a search, you find a hatch in the wall. Above it is a symbol. Roll on SST1. If you can place an item that is related to this symbol in the hatch, it closes and opens again. And in the place of the item is a random medium quality gem. And this only works once. But so first of all, we have to determine the symbol. Interesting. I don't know if we've rolled on that symbol table before. SST1. 3 is a ball of thread. Now we do have needle and thread. So let's place in the needle and thread into the hatch. And the hatch will close and open again. And then allow us to roll on GMT1, which is the gem table, and it's a medium quality gem as per the room's description. So medium quality GMT1, which I'll have to pull up as well. Now this did not have a modifier, so we could get any kind of gem here, which is exciting. But it's a pearl. So medium quality pearl, we already have some of those, yeah, whatever, I'll put it down separately. Don't think we'll be getting that much treasure that we won't fit it in there. And that's the vestibule. Vestibule? I still can't, I don't know. That's that room done. Let's say it like that. Okay. Continue on from there, which just leads into a mess of hallways. Now we could go to town. Do we want to do that? It's interesting. So we are almost at full HP. So just for healing doesn't really make a lot of sense to go to town. But we're nearing the end of this level already because it is so, I don't know, diffuse, spread out, porous, you could say, I don't know, that we won't have much more left of it, only this bit, and then probably somewhere here is our way down already. So I think before we completely squander the opportunity to go to town, we might as well do it. Sell our loot, see where we're at, and especially apply the rune we just got. So let's try. We have 6 spaces bordering the edge. So in theory, this should be quite feasible to roll a 6 on one of those. Again, going from left to right, so no. And there's the exit already. That was fast this time. And yeah, so let's just leave through there and go to town, I think. I'll be back with you in a second in town. Okay, here we are in town. Can't see it on camera, but we are. I filled up to full. And let's first and foremost roll on the prisoner, liberated prisoner table. So 2 rolls there, just a d6 both times. So a 1, you hear nothing more about the prisoner. And a 1, you hear nothing more about the prisoner. Great stuff. Okay, let's go to the market then next. Probably to sell all of our loot, which I will have to quickly add up and then see how much we end up with. And for that, I need to pull up the gem table again. I think because we've seen this several times now, I'll quickly do it off camera and just show you the grand total. All right, I'm back. I've added up all our treasure. This is far too bright. But basically, the grand total is 170 gold coins and 5 silver coins. And that's before bartering. And I've also sold the banded shield we had up here because I don't see us using that. So let's get bartering. So again, we roll 2d6, add our level and deduct our precision. And then look on the table. So we'll be adding 7, deducting 4, which is a +3. So 2d6 plus 3. Ooh, and that's a low roll, so that'll be a 6. You come out thinking you did well, but when you add it up, you find you have lost 10% of the sell price. Ooh, I don't like that. So that means minus 17 gold here and minus 5 copper, which I'll just switch out with these copper coins we already have. So that'll be 153 gold coins, plus 5 silver coins, minus 5 copper coins. Okay. Putting us at 53 copper, 75 silver, and 225 gold, which is quite a bit. Okay. That's our market done, at least as far as selling items goes. Now again, we could buy some, but I don't really know which, because all of the armor we're interested in is super duper expensive. Getting back something with primary 3s would be nice, but I don't know what I would switch out for that. And because we can apply that rune soon, so I think we'll just rely on the rune to block those attacks we can't block, which only works once per combat, but at least it's a -5. Yeah, so I think we're done at the market. Unless we want to buy maybe another potion or something, but we're full on potions. I don't see the need. I think our main need right now is more XP, and you can't buy that. So that'll have to be our market trip, I think. Yeah, so let's go to the engraver at a cost of 10 gold coins per rune. We can have engrave runes. And let's use that Sonic rune. Kirby's Longsword of Kirby together with Bell's Sonic rune. Longsword of Kirby's Bell. I don't know. And that is now on there. Now where do I note that ability down, or will I forget? I don't know. I have to read the exact wording again and then see if I make a note of that somewhere, just so I don't have to always look into a table here. So again, that was -5 damage once using our weapons maneuver dice to block an attack after the attacker has rolled, and once per combat. Yeah, I'll think of something to represent that -5. I'll think of something. Best would be something very visible or noticeable so I don't forget to use it. Yep. And that's that. We do have another rune, right? Yeah, posts rebound rune, but we don't have a throwing weapon to apply that to. So that'll be the engraver. Now we can visit the herbalist. Do we want to buy some more Dankoma stems? I think that would probably be advisable. At least one dose, just so we have them to make more sterilizing powder, or actually more drying powder. We do have a dose of sterilizing powder. And those cost 7 gold coins. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's actually spend our silver on that. So that'll put us at 5 silver, because that works out nicely for 1 dose of Dankoma stems, which I think I used these little brown ones for, just so we have it to use in a pinch. And I think that's fine. Anything else? No, I think we're fine at the herbalist. Now we can buy a maximum of 3 rations at the tavern. Do we want to buy rations? Still doesn't seem like we need that many. And we still have some things to improvise a ration. So I think I'll hold off on that. Although 10 silver coins, that's 1 gold. Let's get them. So 3 gold for 3 rations. And that will put us at 11. Actually, I'll just make a new bracket behind here. So this pen is erasable, but writing on the erased space is smudgy. Yeah, so let's just do it like that. Then what else can we do? We can spend the evening either at the tavern listening to the gossip or in quiet meditation at the temple. But we can also take part in the arm wrestling at the town hall. So let's do that first before we start the evening. I think I want to do that again. So to arm wrestle, we roll 2d6 and add our discipline, and then look on the arm wrestling table. So 2d6 plus 4, which could be something nice for us. Low roll, but that's a 10. It is a good night. You beat 3 tough-looking sailors and call it quits, deciding you've done well and shouldn't push your luck. You feel strong and confident that your quest in the dungeon will go well tomorrow. Gain 4 temporary HP above your baseline. Okay. So 74. That is the arm wrestling done. And do we wanna visit the tavern or the temple? Now at the temple we gain favor, and we can also donate our minor religious artifacts. We have that FEMA, and that would give us 2 more FP for a god of our choice. So we could get 3 favor points here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go favor maxing. I should start using those favors at some point. But so we'll meditate at the temple, get a favor point with Murataini, and we'll give him the FEMA as well, whatever the monks are gonna do with that, or the priests. Priests probably. And that'll give us 2 more favor. Let's put that there as well, just because I don't, as I said, I'm not planning on gutting or bleeding dry any of the enemies, so we'll have to get a favor with her by donating femurs, I guess, and the like. But so our favor is looking quite nice, and because I haven't done it yet at all, I think I'll quickly talk about the favor role or calling for favor. I did say how it works, I think, at some point, how you can call for the favor, but there's actually a list here of what you can call for. So I'll just quickly read out that section. So you may call for a favor from the gods at any time. You might thrust your arms up high or whisper under your breath for their assistance, often driven by peril or desperation to call for the favor of the gods at a particular time in your adventure. And as mentioned earlier, as long as you have one favor point with a god, you may call for their favor with a d6 favor roll. And if you roll equal to or below the favor points you have with that god, you have gained their favor and are gifted one reward, which is why we can have 2 guaranteed favor rolls and pretty good odds with the other ones even. And this reward will assist your adventurer in a difficult situation. Then there's a little part about getting the gift. So there are some items that grant minus modifiers to the favor roll, which means at some point it might be possible to roll below 1. And if you do that, the god appears and grants a gift. And those seemed really strong. That was like permanent immunity to poison and something like that. I think we looked at that. But that won't be happening unless we find some way to get a negative modifier. But a favor, so just the normal one, may be one of the following. Heal all HP to your baseline, so this could actually be used as 2 full heals, although only once per dungeon level, I believe. Could also explode an enemy of an equal level to you or below your level. So this could get us out of a very tough fight, level 7. We could use the favor to gain 1 discipline or precision for 1 dungeon level. Could use the favor to acquire an object needed for a task, which seems interesting if you come across a quest or task to sort of use a favor of the gods to complete that. Could use it to find a working lever to open all portcullises in the room. Fix an item even without the needed parts. Now we haven't really come across broken items that we wanted to fix. Could use it to remove a bloodied and or soaked status. So if you're really not have any herbs to craft the powders, if you're like 1 tick before fever or pneumonia in desperation, you could call for the favor of the gods to help you. Could get a +3 on your next loot roll, which sounds, I mean, you could still roll badly and then completely whiff, but that sounds kind of, I don't know, the loot goblin in me likes that. Or you could get +3 shift on your next attack roll, so an almost guaranteed hit. And so that happens instantly, it does not take up a round in combat, and you may only call upon the favor of a god once per level, unless you have an item that allows you to do otherwise, but yeah. And if unsuccessful, the favor roll, you retain your favor points, but if you gain the favor, you gotta remove all of the ticks next to that god. So they are sort of one-time use, one successful one at least. Okay, so that was the favor section, just so we know what we can do with those in the future. Let's end the evening. I think we've done everything we can at town. So I guess Granko will have a rest, sleep in the inn or wherever. And I think that's a good point to end the video as well, though we didn't do many rooms. We applied that rune, and next time we can see if we can try that one out in combat and also find these stairs heading down to level 7, which is scary because we're way off leveling up to level 8, and so far we've always been about one level ahead of the dungeon level, or roughly at least, and that won't be the case then. Yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. Curious if our playthrough is going to go all the way to level 10, or if now that the levels are getting harder, we might meet an untimely end, or Grunko will, but we'll have to find out. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time down in level 6. Till then, I wish you the best. Have a great day. Bye bye.